Welcome to Speaking of Art with Jay Harmon, the colored pencil artist. All of his works are intricate pieces of original art, created entirely from colored pencils. Tune into the show to learn about Jay and his fascinating artistic abilities, as he interviews featured guests, discusses new artwork, and guides us through the many styles and techniques that make his creations so unique. So sit back, relax, and take part in this one-of-a-kind studio production. Enjoy the show.
Hi, and welcome to Speaking of Art. I'm Jay Harmon, the color pencil artist, and I want to welcome you to our studio here in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. And we are going to continue today with our picture that we've been working on for the last couple weeks. And if you haven't been following along with us, we're doing a sunset picture all done in colored pencil. And I'd like you to, sit back and just relax. And how artists usually do, or at least how I usually work when I'm working, I put on my favorite music and something that goes along with the kind of art that I'm doing. And also, maybe have a glass of wine, put on some comfortable clothes and your slippers, and sit back and just enjoy what you're doing. And if you'd like to follow along and do some of this, what I'm doing, I'll be showing you steps as we're going through the process of doing a colored pencil drawing. Okay, and so right now I'm going to get back into it. What we have done so far on the picture, we've started and we've done the top of the sunset. The top of the sky is kind of a bluish purple going into kind of a reddish orange, and then I've put some clouds through here that goes down into an orange just before the water. I added a little sailboat back here. You can, when you're doing a picture, if you would like to put in your own boat, that's perfectly good to do. And so today what we're going to do, we're going to continue a little bit more with the sky here, with the sunset. And if anybody would like to call in, our number here is 1-888-994-4995. And please feel free to call in if you have any questions or comments or anything else you'd like to discuss. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Starting back here with a picture that I've been working on, and I have outlined a little bit here of just the next palm branch that's going to be going in here. So I'd know where it was going to be, but I'm not putting it in really heavy, so that when I put my sky in first, and I'm doing it like at an angle, as I have been coming down here on an angle, I'm doing the color like that, and I'm not doing it hard, but back here is where the palm tree is. The palm branch, the palm frond as it's called, is going to be coming down. So I'm just adding that. I've added right here, actually I haven't really added it. I've worked around it where the sun is. It's kind of a white area, and then I've blended it in here so it's mostly orange. You don't see a lot of waves, a lot of black marks here on the water where the sun is setting, because the glow from the sun kind of overshadows any waves. So you're seeing it, and it's it's pretty much just orange down there at the bottom. And then I'm going to come up and do a couple more. I'm going to continue how this was going here and take that there, and you'll see how we're continuing the orange right here. I'm going to put a little bit more continuing the orange in a couple different places here as we've been following along. And it's a kind of a repetition of the clouds here, the same colors as we're going along. And I'm putting that in here, putting it in a little bit more, just on the orange. I'm just using, and this is just a regular, not a fancy orange, just orange. Some colors have different names on the type of color you're working on, but this one is just plain old orange. So I'm using that. Now coming back. Okay, and we've put in the highlights of where the clouds are on the sunset here. Now I'm going to add another color here that's a little bit of a lighter color. This particular color is sunburst yellow. So this is good for doing our sunset. And we're just going to add a little bit of this in here. A little bit over the orange. I'm going to be putting it a little bit over the orange where we're coming down. And you can see it's everything is coming through, so it's one smooth effect coming all the way down, going from right to left. And I'm not doing so much up here because we're going to be covering this with the palm branch. Okay, but what I want to have now is I'm going to take a little bit lighter yellow, and actually this color is it's called sand, but it's a very, very light beige yellow, and I'm going to use that right here over the sun. You can see that coming in, and it kind of fills in the area between the yellow and the orange. Right here we've got orange, and then we have the sand color, and then we have the yellow color, and then I'm leaving a white area here that signifies the sun. If I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. Now you can see the sun. Okay, and this is the white area right here where I'm going to be working on the sun, and then I'm coming back to the orange, and we're going to blend this a little bit so it's blended into the yellow. Just blend it a little bit, make it a nice, pretty blend of yellow and orange here. Nice sunset colors. You notice today I'm wearing my orange shirt because it kind of goes along with the sunset, and I knew I'd be working on a sunset today, so it's all a theme. So that's kind of how I planned that out. Okay. Now let's have a little bit more of the golden color over here. And blend that in this way. And do I have more here to blend? We got this here is blending. Okay, now what I'm going to try to do right now, and I will be doing this as I go along, I'm going to be taking the colorless blender, and this is the pencil that I use to just blend the colors together. Okay, and this makes it a nice transition from one color to the other. And it also brings out the highlights in all the colors together. So I'm making these sunlight colors. It's bringing out the oranges real nice, and the yellows and everything. It's blending them, blending the colors together, filling in the areas where it's where there may be white spaces. I'm kind of filling all that in. Right in here. And then we go back to our sun down there, and as you can see, we're getting it a little bit more like a real sunset going down here. I'm going to add a little bit more of just a little bit of this color. This is called orange neon because it's a bright orange color. So I'm just going to do real lightly the orange neon, so it really brings out the yellows and the oranges. Okay, it's just a little highlight of the orange neon. Put that over there and put it up here, and it makes it look more like the sun is shining right on some of the clouds to give them that real pretty bright effect. I'll put some more down here at the base by the sun. And that color just kind of pulls it together. You don't need this color for very much. I don't use it for a lot, just for a blending thing. And now when I go back with my colors, let's see, do we have this plugged in? Anyway, we'll use a different one here. I'm going to blend them. Blend that neon orange in there. And just keep that going there. Okay, I'm going to come up here, try to keep it away from that. Okay, now as I get more up to the top, I'm going to need more of a darker orange color. So I've got my light colors here. Now I'm coming up toward the top, and I'm going to be doing more of some darker orange colors, and this is called Rouge Carmine. It's kind of a reddish orange, and I'm using that up toward the top for some more blending in here. Okay, and now we'll take, after that one, I'm going to take a little bit more of a darker orange, and this particular color is vermilion, and we'll just blend that right in here, so we've got more of a darker shade coming in. Okay, so you can see it gets darker to blend in with the other colors that we've already established up here. Okay, and I'm going to try to. You notice I go in one direction. All my lines go in one direction because we're trying to keep everything nice and smooth. Okay, one directional color. So. Bring that in. this down here just a little bit because a lot of this is going to be covered with, we're going to have more palm trees coming in here. Okay, so there's that. And now I'm going to take the blender one more time, go over that. I think you're able to see how this is blending in the colors together. I just use this to make it so there's a nice smooth transition on the colors. And come down here a little bit more with that. And we'll see what's so we're coming right along with the picture today. I'm going to stop for a short commercial break, and when we come back, we'll see if we can get the sky finished today.
Jay Harmon exclusively in the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon captures the essence of really creative and captivating mind. Jay Harmon brings light into the darkness on majority of his pieces, using a negative background to highlight the details of some of his looks. I know some artists use white canvases, but he thrives on a black canvas. And here's the kicker: he only uses pencil, colored pencil, graphite pencil, and pencil for his art pieces. Yes, I know it's hard to fathom that these beautiful pieces came from pencil, but yes, they did. And the only way you can experience Jay Harmon is if you come to the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon, an unconventional artist with a unique story behind every canvas.
Admirers, connoisseurs, and enthusiasts of the art world, witness a visual spectacle like no other. Come visit the Gallery at the Theater, one of South Florida's best-kept secrets. Located in the heart of Boca Raton, the gallery features a diverse catalog of sculptures and paintings by world-renowned artists. But that's not all. All of the art is showcased in a live studio setting, home to South Florida's very own Brooklyn Cafe show, starring Dawn and Freddie S. And to top it all off, our collection includes signed memorabilia from some of the world's most iconic names in sports and entertainment history. So come on over, enjoy a cup of coffee, and experience the magic of the Gallery at the Theater. Located at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard in Suite 13. Or give us a call at 888-994-4995.
Hi, welcome back. And we're going to work on this picture a little bit more today, see if I can get the sky pretty much finished. And then the rest of it will just be putting in some trees today. And that'll pretty much finish up what we're working on. I wanted to put the sky in first before I put in the trees, the tree branch, so that
Jay, Mary from New York wants to know the scaling situation. You see how the tree and the water line are two different scales.
Uh-huh.
And the hardest thing that she is having with, from the question I'm reading here, is that scaling in front of the water, how to get the right scale so it looks natural.
Well, if you're doing, you want to make the scale look right so it looks natural, what I'm doing on this picture, I'm taking the palm tree and I'm extending it down in front of the water so that you won't, it looks like it comes in front of the water. So you're looking from the tree, past the tree to the water. So the tree is in the foreground. Okay, I always like to have some kind of a focal point in the front when I'm doing a landscape, so you can see dimensions and more three-dimensional look.
But it makes it look like a picture when you do it this way.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, if the palm tree was smaller, not overlapping the sun, let's say,
Right.
it wouldn't look like a picture. It looks like you took this from a camera.
Right.
And
Right. And that's what I'm trying to do, is make it look realistic. So this is the way it would be if you actually saw it, instead of just some paintings you see, everything is just very, very much together, but you don't see any depth. I like depth. I like three-dimensional work. I like things that look sometimes like they're coming right out of the picture. And this is really important if you want something to have a lot of impact. And that's what I'm trying to do in my pictures, is to really show things. And in order to get dimension and impact, you have to work in distances, far, close, and in between.
so then the good question here is, do you take a picture of a camera, put it on your board, and then copy the picture?
A lot of times I do. I do a lot of photography, and I have a photograph here that I'm using as the picture, my reference picture, and I like to have a reference picture, something that I can use, because then I can go from that, and then I can add things. Like I added the boat. We're going to put more things on the picture, like the other rest of the tree. And I think what I want to do is maybe right here would be a good time to maybe add a bird into the picture. If you can see over here, I'm just going to. If you don't know how to draw a bird, they're not too hard. If you want a bird in flight, I'm just drawing a. Okay, I'm just drawing the wings here, and bring that up and draw maybe the tail coming down a little bit, so it's showing. Then we'll just fill him in. And if you're, any way you want to draw birds. Some people don't even really want to go into detail with drawing the birds. They can just do it with kind of a stylized V shape to make a bird, and that's perfectly fine.
The more details you put in there, though, the better the outcome of the picture.
The better that I like it. I like quite a bit of detail. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just adding detail. I probably will add more detail to this bird later, but like up here in the background, I'm just putting couple very small birds flying here, and they're just kind of a stylized V shape with a little bit of a body, and you can see them. And so that's just adding a little bit more interest in the picture and more depth, because you can see I put the two birds here way in the background, and this bird here is kind of in the middle, somewhere between the tree and the boat. So and you can, because your mind automatically will distinguish that, because you're relating size to the size of the bird. Unless that thing would be a pterodactyl, it would probably not be terribly large, so it would look like it's somewhere between the palm tree and the boat.
Yeah, but it changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, all of a sudden, you with that one bird, you change the dynamics. The boat looks more vibrant. The bird actually is adding depth to the quad, to the quadrant to begin with. All of a sudden, that palm tree is going to look more alive because you just added that one little thing.
One little thing to put in the center. It's one more thing for your eye to look at. And if you look just below the bird, you'll see that's where the sun is down there. So again, we're all working. You know, I'm working everything all around the sun is the center point.
And they also want to know: do you put any kind of finish when you're finished on these pieces?
I don't really. You don't really have to with colored pencil. You do with graphite pencil. With colored pencil, because it's a wax finish, you know, it will last for a good long time. If you want to be secure and put a put a fixative on it, that's perfectly fine. Most of the time I will frame my pictures with a non-glare glass that will not let the direct sunlight come in and affect the picture very much. But you won't get too much fading if you use a good paper. And what I've said before, this is a Strathmore. Sometimes I use a different kinds of mediums for drawing paper, and that affects how the light will work on the paper too. Bristol board is a great thing to work with. Bristol board, and this, as I said, is Strathmore, and then just regular regular boarding that I can use for a white, nice, smooth board. So now we have that. We've got I'm going to add a little bit more now, and we'll be finishing this part of it next week. But I wanted to get all the sunset, all the sky in here before I started putting in the leaves from the palm tree. I wanted to do that. So now, by doing it this way, it makes it even more three-dimensional. Okay, so you can see the bird is somewhere between the branch and the sky, and then we're going to be adding just a little bit more here and make it look three-dimensional. Have the branches on both sides coming down. Some are coming this way, some are coming this way, and we'll be working on that a little bit more as we go along here. And so then we're working up here, and then next week we are going to probably be finishing up the picture, working on mostly on the palm tree, and putting details in the palm tree, since that's the closest thing to us. We'll be adding some highlights, some details to the palm tree, so that really makes it stand out like it's the closest thing in the picture. So anyway, for now, my name is Jay Harmon, and I am the colored pencil artist, and our number here, if you'd still like to get in touch with us, is 1-888-994-4995, and my website is coloredpencilartist.com. Okay, so look forward to hearing from you, and have a great week.
Welcome to Speaking of Art with Jay Harmon, the colored pencil artist. All of his works are intricate pieces of original art, created entirely from colored pencils. Tune into the show to learn about Jay and his fascinating artistic abilities as he interviews featured guests, discusses new artwork, and guides us through the many styles and techniques that make his creations so unique. So sit back, relax, and take part in this one-of-a-kind studio production. Enjoy the show.